that pillow keeps looking at me that way. It's gonna get it.
Yeah, what can I... Boy, I'm gonna stop you right there. You might want to pick them damn pants up. It'll help you run faster. Honey, go get my shotgun!
What's the freakiest thing you've done in bed? Put a champagne cork in my cobus and farted it out for my ex-wife's amusement, but I shit the bed and then cried. Dog started playing the pillow next to me while I was seeing to my wife. I slapped his ass yelling let's go. She busted out laughing while I mad art on her back. Then we went to Taco Bell, all three of us. Stuck my thumb in her back entrance in dogs, then she shit all over my hand and I threw up on her back. Let a sorority girl handcuff me to the bed, knowing she didn't have the key. Her sisters cut me out with bolt cutters later that evening. I ate a whole cake in bed the other day while watching the extended cut of the Two Towers. Sadly, these days as a single gent, that's about as conky as I get. I fell asleep with my jeans on at age 33 and woke up like I was in a fucking another dimension. Just wow, what bed is this? Is this my house? Why am I covered in drool? Either I became a werewolf or was in a light coma, dressed up as a vampire and hid under the sheets waiting for my wife to come home.
A shortcut to the chum bucket. That must be for me. This isn't the chum bucket.
I want to put it in my mouth. Don't put it in your mouth, that's dangerous. I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm looking at that and thinking nom nom nom. But it would kill you. But nom nom.
Sluttiest thing a woman can do. This one, you need necklace for it, but you're gonna touch your necklace, like the pendant usually, and then like go like this and slowly look up. The key point here is to be like a little slow with it, like while you're kind of like going back and forth and looking up at their eyes. And obviously I love embarrassing myself, so here is a little demonstration. So you're like talking and you slowly go like this, and then you look up at their eyes. I cannot do this. Moving on, next one. This one, you need to kind of practice your facial expressions. So you would be naturally like touching your lips while you guys are talking and kind of give him like a little mix of siren and doe eyes. It works even if you're sitting down or standing up. If you're sitting down, you just kind of have to like tilt your head down a little. But essentially, you would look like this, like you're touching your lips and then you would look at him. I'm gonna stop here and stop embarrassing myself. But yeah, I hope this helped.
Did you have a good experience when you lost your virginity?
Okay, I tried so many times to lose my virginity. I tried so many times. It was like that train meme where the train like keeps going, it's not big enough, and it wasn't working.
Humble brag.
And then I found out that I have something called an imperforate hymen.
Humble brag.
Call me. And there wasn't enough like holes in the hymen to break easily, so I had to go to the University Health Center. So my losing my virginity involved like numbing cream and a scalpel. But numbing cream, therefore, the next time I really did it was very painless, very easy. And it's still...
I'm literally so grossed out right now.
Students who've had sex with their teachers, how do you feel about it now? Well, I was 17 at the time, not sure how old she was, but I would guess early 30s. I always found her attractive, but I didn't really think much of it since I never expected anything to happen. I would assume most people wouldn't think anything is going to happen. Students were assigned a guidance counselor for academic questions, and the psychological counselor was in another spot in the school. She was the academic counselor, so occasionally I would go down there and ask whatever it was I needed to know. I'm not very organized, so I'm sure I went down there a few times a year. After a while, I would visit just to say hello because she was friendly and I was a 17-year-old who got the attention of an attractive woman, so come give me a break here. Anyway, I go down there one afternoon and say hello and chat a little, and after a while, she asked me how my dating life is going. Well, to be honest, not very well. I'm a quiet guy, not shy, but quiet, and I'm just not confident enough as a person yet to really get myself out there. So we talk a little more about dating and why I don't do it, and I go off to class. This goes on for a while, talking to each other about mildly personal things, until one afternoon I go to visit and she asked me what I would assume is the question that changed things. How come you have so much time to visit me? I would stay at least a half hour each time. I don't know why she didn't ask this earlier, but I didn't want to say anything because she was kind of the only friend I had. I don't think she saw it that way, but I did. And I simply said, I like visiting you, so I make time. We sat and talked for over an hour that afternoon. A few weeks go by and I'm walking home as a car pulls up nearby and she gives a little honk and waves. But not the kind of wave like the wave you'd give to a friend or a coworker or whatever. It was a flirty wave, but of course at the time I didn't consider it flirty because that was fucking insane to me. Several more weeks pass and I spot her car, waiting for me now across the street. I wave and start walking, but she leans her head out the window and asks if I need a lift. I say sure, why not? We begin to drive and she says I just need to drop some things off at my apartment. Is that okay? My 17-year-old penis is having a fit, but my brain is saying don't be ridiculous. That is a fantasy, and you know reality is different. She's just giving you a lift, so shut the fuck up. I was wrong. We get to her apartment and she says I can wait on the couch. She comes back from some room, sits down, and she starts telling me about how she hasn't been with anyone for over a year and it's affecting her job because she can't concentrate. I say nothing, frozen in hormonal fear. She looks at me in a way I've never seen her do, puts her hand on my leg and says, you know, out of all the students I talk to, I'm the most comfortable with you. She puts her hand on the back of my head, while this entire time I'm frozen. I don't know what to do, what to say, nothing. She tells me to relax, grabs my hand, leads me to her bedroom, and well, the rest is history.